Hi, can I ask you a question?
Yes,
What would you say is the problem that you're trying to solve?
I'm trying to solve that family law is stuck in the past. And I want that the one of the most important events, like a divorce, will be less painful. And that's what a party, my company, building.
Nice. I love that. Can I get some photos of you right here?
Happy to do so.
Right. Why is divorce tech important to you?
There's over 1 million American couples going through divorce every year. This problem is painful, and I know personally people who are going through the divorce. It's time to disrupt it.
Nice. I love it. Can I get some photos right over here? What's been one of the most humbling moments of your founder career so far?
Getting feedback from people how valuable product you're building, because I think without this validation, you feel kind of lost. This is a part of the product market fit from the technological perspective, but mostly it's solving the problem for someone.
Yeah. Is that something that you faced early on that was challenging?
Um, I faced. I used to work in the companies where it's already been built and you're developing and scaling. Here, I'm building from 0 to 1 and from 1 to 100, and this is completely different feeling. It's scary, fulfilling, interesting, and also anxious.
Yeah. There's a big difference for sure going from the corporate world to being a founder.
Yeah.
Let me get some photos right over here. What is something unexpected that you had to let go of in your journey of being an entrepreneur?
It's funny because people think that when you're becoming your own boss, that you're so flexible with the time. But for me, it was scary to understand that there's no schedule and I'm kind of owner of my schedule, which means sometimes I can work 12, 14, 15 hours per day. Someday I can like be 4 hours. And from one side, it feels so liberating, but from another side, it's actually pretty not unstable, but you need to be very on top of your own schedule. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very true. Are there any things that you use, any strategies that you use to help you with that?
I'm trying to do like a days where I have multiple flows and I'm trying to block time where I am only focusing on some specific like strategic task.
Nice. Yeah, blocking time. I feel like that's very
Yeah.
helpful. Yeah. Let me get some photos of you right over
Sure.
here. What's one mindset shift that made a big difference in your trajectory?
If I will never try now, there will be no perfect moment. That was the biggest learning. You need to try. You're in the best place in the world to try, and you always can come back to your previous lifestyle, but it's opportunity of the life.
Did you have friction to starting
For two
before?
years. For 2 years, it took me 2 years to come to realization. It's time to try, and especially I think what a lot of people will be facing is fear of that you are not good enough to do this because you are surrounded, specifically in Silicon Valley, by the top minds of the world, and you always feel that oh, you're not good enough, but you're good enough, especially if you're here. It means something.
Yeah, I love that. That's so true. It can be intimidating when you're around such experts and
Yes.
really smart people. But it's true, everyone has their own unique perspective that they can contribute
All
something
unique
to.
perspective, and also you are here in the epicenter of technology. You know months or even years in advance what's happening, and you can hop on this wave to build something changing the life, changing everyday things for people, for yourself, like finding the problem which help solve the which will be solution and solve the problem. It's really important.
Yeah. Nice. Let me get some photos right over here. How do you define success at this stage?
At my current stage, success is when customers are reaching out to you without any cold calling, when they're interested and when there's a networking effect. That's a success for me.
What about personally?
For me personally, I think every day it's really important for the founder. Every day there should be a little success. You need to celebrate some small wins, that you are not stuck in any negativity or any like results which not satisfy you. That's why for me, success, it's everyday small wins. Like I have some wins today and I'm really proud of them.
I love that. Can you share one of the wins you had today?
Yeah, I got the 2 new partnership in one day secured for my upcoming event.
That's awesome. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Let me get some photos right over here. What have you learned from pitching tech to law firms?
That's a great question. I learned that they are looking forward to having something new, but at the same time, they're very cautious about ethics, about reliability, and about like in general future of technology towards such a sensitive topic like a legal advice.
I see. And how do you overcome that?
I think it's all about education and about sharing like openly what technology can bring to you, like to your law practice, how to protect yourself, which kind of information you can upload and which one not, because it's
Inevitable.
inevitable. Okay, because it's impossible to avoid technology in 2025, and it's just like a matter of time when different tools will be adopted in your firm.
And do you feel like they're aligned with that? They feel that way, that they're ready to take on technology?
Yes, I think a lot of forward-thinking lawyers are looking for the different solutions. They're testing. I'm working with San Francisco Bar Association, and I'm closely listening for lawyers what they're looking for to see the need and to shape the product based on their needs.
Nice. That's awesome. That's great that they're open
They
to the
are.
different solutions out
Yeah.
there. Nice. Let me get some photos right over here. Why does automation matter for family law firms?
I think because for very long time, all the process taking on average in United States around 2 years. It's time to change it. It's time to help speed up the process. And in general, automation help us to avoid patterns which can be changed by technology.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. What do you say to lawyers who are afraid of being replaced by AI?
I think lawyers will be not replaced by AI, but lawyers who do not use a part AI, they will.
Thanks for that sense. Let me get some photos right over here. What's your take on vibe coding, especially in the legal tech world?
I think vibe coding is great because it's opening opportunities for so many people. Like you can ship product much faster. You can test the different hypotheses. Um, but you also need to remember that vibe coding is front end is like a building uh, shape and the form of what like of your product or your website, and then you need to have a back end. Like you need to connect everything that the buttons are working, like everything connected with the API endpoints. But I think it's changing the world that you can deliver not in a 1 week, you can deliver in 1 hour.
Yeah, it's amazing tech for sure, but there are some pitfalls I can see.
I think the biggest one that human nature is still about to form how to ask questions because we are in the end talking with a machine, right? Like you have a product managers who usually transform requests from business to technical requirements. Here you have like a much shorter access to actually execute. As a result, you need to know how to do prompting, like the same. The prompt engineering is really important to get the good outcome.
Yes. Do you have any tips for someone to be a better prompt engineer?
I think the what tip number one, you need to make a prompt from someone, some role. Like as a product manager, I want to write product description. As the customer or as a client, I want to get the form to submit the divorce papers, right? Like what should be the outcome? What's the questions I need to be asked? Like as someone, that's important in the prompt engineering. And the best one if you're also asking what should be format of the output.
Yeah, that's really helpful advice. Let me get some photos right
Thank
over
you.
here. Why do you think this is beneficial for lawyers in particular?
For lawyers, it's beneficial because there's a few things. They can automate and they can speed up the process of intake, like when they're collecting information and prepare better for the case. And then there's also solution which help inside of my party product, which help them bring revenue into the firm and not to outsourcing some of the actions they need to perform during the family law cases, like specifically divorce.
Nice. And what about, is it beneficial for their clients, would you say?
For clients as well, because we have AI to help collect information. It's empathetic, and then it's also more secure for the clients. It's faster, and again, it can cut the price of the divorce case by like changing from outsourcing to someone to having everything in the one firm.
Nice. Yeah, I can see that can be really cost efficient for
Yes.
sure.
And there's always question if the lawyers will cut their per hours fee or retainers. For now, they even can have more by not outsourcing some of the tasks, but at the same time having like efficient and streamlined process.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It sounds like a win-win.
Yes.
Let me get some photos right over here. What is something that you're proud of yourself for?
I'm proud that I started this company because after many years of doubting if I'm good enough, if I can do this, I finally decided. And you know what? I feel very fulfilled during this journey. I don't know what will happen in the future, but I'm building every day and I feel that's where I should be.
That's exciting. You're on your path.
Yes.
I love it. Let me get some photos right over here.
Sure.
What would you say is your deeper why?
Wow. Never been asked this question. Deeper why? Why I'm doing something?
Mhm.
I always wanna be impactful for people around me and for broader audience. And I think the best way to bring impact when you're building something. I wanna more people having jobs. I wanna more people having less painful experience with a party. I wanna more people enjoying their work at the law firm. I want to reach out to as much as possible people I can reach out to.
Yes, that's a beautiful answer.
Thank you.
Let me get some photos over here. What do you think is a trait that every entrepreneur needs to have?
I think to be a little bit or not that much, a little bit delusional, because when you're delusional, you believe in yourself, you believe in your ideas, and you're moving forward. And I'm definitely in that team of delulu.
Let me get some photos right over
Thank
here.
you.